it's a Chelsea day. So blue, baby, that's champion pain. Talking dreams while the sky stays bright. Rest your head, but not the night. Every morning, every goal we see. In our hearts, it's Chelsea, me and you, we can agree. Oh, take me out and stand with you, privilege you talk. When to tap I take it you. Oh, Chelsea, we stand tall. We stand tall. Everywhere we give our all. Forever but true. Together we rise, just me and you. In nights that you are gone, for Yahweh so near to my own. It will like so late by in river. Whoa, whoa. In the blue, our spirits fly. With every cheer, we touch the sky. In this love, we find our way. Chelsea forever, day by day. Whoa, Chelsea stands tall. Cover up with the hand. We give our all. Chelsea, forever but true. Together we rise, just me and you. Hey, go wake up, baby, it's a Chelsea day. So blue, baby, that's champion pain. Talking dreams while the sky stays bright. Rest your head, but not the night. Every morning, every goal we see. In our hearts, it's Chelsea, me and you, we can agree. Oh, take me out and stand with you, privilege you talk. When to tap I take it you. Oh, Chelsea, we stand tall. We stand tall. Everywhere we give our all. Forever but true. Together we rise, just me and you. In nights that you are gone, for Yahweh so near to my own. It will like so late by in river. Whoa, whoa. In the blue, our spirits fly. With every cheer, we touch the sky. In this love, we find our way. Chelsea forever, day by day. Whoa, Chelsea stands tall. Cover up with the hand. We give our all. Chelsea, forever but true. Together we rise, just me and you. Hey, go wake up, baby, it's a Chelsea day. So blue, baby, that's champion pain. Talking dreams while the sky stays bright. Rest your head, but not the night. Every morning, every goal we see. In our hearts, it's Chelsea, me and you, we can agree. Oh, take me out and stand with you, privilege you talk. When to tap I take it you. Oh, Chelsea, we stand tall. We stand got on 3 hours so need on my own. It will like so live in river. Whoa, whoa. In the blue, our spirits fly. With every cheer, we touch the sky. In this love, we find our way. Chelsea forever, day by day. Whoa, Chelsea, Chelsea stands on. Cover up with the hand. We give our all. Chelsea, forever but true. Together we rise, just me and you. Hey, go wake up, baby. It's a Chelsea day. So blue, baby, that's champion play. Talking dreams while the sky stays bright. Rest your head, but not the night. Every morning, every goal we see. In our hearts, it's Chelsea, me and you, we can agree. Oh, take me out and stand. With you, privilege, you talk. When to tap, I take you. Oh, Chelsea, we stand tall. We stand tall. Everywhere we give our all. Everywhere, yeah. Forever but true. Together we rise, just me and you. In nights that you got on 3 hours so need on my own. It will like so live in river. Whoa, whoa. In the blue, our spirits fly. With every cheer, we touch the sky. In this love, we find our way. Chelsea forever, day by day. Whoa, Chelsea, Chelsea stands on. Cover up with the hand. We give our all. Chelsea, forever but true. Together we rise, just me and you. Hey, go wake up, baby. It's a Chelsea day. So blue, baby, that's champion play. Talking dreams while the sky stays bright. Rest your head, but not the night. Every morning, every goal we see. In our hearts, it's Chelsea, me and you, we can agree. Oh, take me out and stand. With you, privilege, you talk. When to tap, I take you. Oh, Chelsea, we stand tall. We stand tall. Everywhere we give our all. Everywhere, yeah. Forever but true. Together we rise, just me and you. In nights that you got on 3 hours so need on my own. It will like so live in river. Whoa, whoa. In the blue.
Yes, good people, big up to all of you. Welcome to another edition of the Chelsea Alliance Show, aka the Blue Alliance Show. I do hope you're all doing well. It's my turn today, and I can't wait to get started. The last time was on Tobeho's show, I think, and time before him, and we'll be traveling. The plan is to have 6 members rotating, so the show will be traveling from one platform to the other. But more importantly, welcome to another edition of the Blue Alliance Show. And today we're here to talk about Chelsea's home game tomorrow against Everton, an important game, more than a final, if you would. And also we'll take a look at some news items out there, address them as quickly as possible. Get to look at the insights of the game history, maybe if you prefer, and then also numbers in some cases. But without wasting much of your time, I'm going to say hello to those of you in the chat, then get started immediately so that we can round up as soon as possible. We have 5 likes, but I believe we can do a lot better than just a 5 likes. No matter for first year, I see Sancho going to Dortmund. I don't see Sancho leaving Chelsea, in my opinion. If it happens, probably I wouldn't. I'm not gonna. You could say cry about it. We have good numbers in that area. But the man, nice to see you. I do hope you're doing well. We're on for Gittins. Yeah, we'll talk about that in a bit. And Nkunku is gone. You could say that. Nothing new there. I've always told people that Nkunku is no longer at Chelsea in the flesh. He's gone. His spirit is gone. His mind is gone. Let's go. The coolest Charles. Almost always nice. It's always nice to see you, bro. I do hope you're doing well. Hit the like button, people, and also do subscribe to the channel if you haven't. We're getting closer and closer to 25,000 subscribers. I hope we get there as soon as possible. Big up to you too, Chelsea 11. Always nice to see you. I do hope you're doing well, and I appreciate you finding the time to join. Chelsea 11. Who do I? Why do I not know whose ID is that? Let me know if you have a YouTube channel. We like promoting each other's channel here. Big up to you too, Markin Neum. Nice to see you, my bro. I do hope you're doing well. Markin Neum is saying, yeah, we need to keep Sancho and play him the way Dortmund did. I think he's actually been one of our best players of late. My belief is that he stays, but chances are that may well not happen. But if it doesn't, I'm not going to complain. As I've said before, we have numbers, good numbers in that area. Not the way United did, yeah. But you could say that he's enjoying himself at Chelsea. But that's just my opinion anyway, and I believe that's the case. Without wasting much of your time, we're gonna go to the presentation window so we can start addressing the news items we have lined up. And once we breeze through them, we get to the match preview proper, and then the lineup prediction exercise. Get done with it, call it a day, and for me to have a nice night, it's 4:09 p.m. my time. But big up Shay, Wendy, nice to see you. 44452. I appreciate you finding the time to join. Let's get into the news. Get into addressing the news item immediately. But more likes, people. Why are we stuck in 6 likes? We should be doing a lot better than just 6 likes. We have a total of how many people? 19 people watching, only 5 of those on YouTube. The rest divided between X and Facebook. If you're following the show on Facebook, drop a like on the video and also follow our account on Facebook or X. But the likes do go a long way, so we need more likes. Without wasting much of your time, this here reads, okay, let's go like this. I think I need to zoom out a bit so that those of you that are using smaller devices can still see the items we're discussing here. Maybe zoom out one more. Yeah, even. All right, so this here reads Chelsea are looking at Dortmund goalkeeper Gregor Kobo because of their official believe he has their officials, okay, their officials believe he has what it takes to become the best goalkeeper in the world. I don't know about that. I don't like him that much. I know you could say, I'm not sure. Maybe I don't know him well enough. I think if we're gonna be looking, if we're serious about signing another goalkeeper, we should be looking beyond Gregor Kobo. I hope I'm not butchering his name. We should be looking for a better shot stopper. Honestly, I think playing out from the back thing should be secondary. I'm all for that now until we reach the level that we're shooting for, in my opinion. Okay, and Chelsea 11 is saying, okay, you don't have a channel yet. Just let me know once you get started. We will help push your channel to help you get more subscribers. That's what we do here. Selflessness is one of the reasons, one of the biggest reasons why we're growing as quickly as. What else do we have here for Kobo? If you're in the chat section, if you have anything to say about that particular rumor, I don't. I'd say no. If we're intent on signing another goalkeeper, then we should be looking beyond Dortmund goalkeeper. I think there are other better goalkeepers out there. But let's hear your opinion. If you're in the chat, I'd say bring. Yep, I am with you. I'd say bring back Petrovic. Something I wanted us to look at. I don't know if I have it up there. Petrovic is a top performing goalkeepers, a top performer in the list of between him. That is, he's the best goalkeeper we have on our books right now. Better than Robert Sanchez. I think him first. Pendas second. I think third. Keparis Balaga fourth. Robert Sanchez, and then fifth, Philip Jorgensen. Philip Jorgensen, I think it's a confidence thing because I knew him before he joined us. He was doing well. And one of the things I like the most about Philip Jorgensen is that he is fearless, but it looks like he's lost that a bit. Probably at his age, maybe he doesn't have, I'm not sure, he's not able to bear the pressure. Maybe it looks like it's getting to him, and he struggled quite a lot unnecessarily. Done some stuff better, and in some cases, the easiest of things struggled to deal with them. But that's, by the way, yeah, I agree. Petrovic, I think he should be given a chance, and the rumors are that that would be the case come that he'd be given a chance during preseason to prove that he should be the starting goalkeeper. For Robert Sanchez, I'm concerned. Error has always been part of his game, and you should see a comp of his errors, of the errors he's made since he emerged as a professional goalkeeper. Quite a lot of them, and at Chelsea, he's averaged at least one error per game, and we've been lucky not to have been punished in the majority of the times he's made a high-profile mistakes during games. And in this case, blatantly passing the ball to the opposition as if that opposition player is his teammate. But that's why we keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. I appreciate you all finding the time to join the show. Let's move on to the next news item we have here. My plan is to breeze through them as quickly as possible. Get into the match preview exercise proper, do the lineup prediction exercise, and then call it a day. For this one here, quoting Vince is quoting Sky Sports Germany. It reads, Chelsea are already in talks with Jamie Gittins' representatives to explore the prospect of a potential transfer. They are tempting him with a generous salary of 6 million euros to 7 million euros. Gittins currently earns around 3 million euros per year. That is some upgrade from 3 million to around 6 to 7. Even 6 million, that's 100% increase. Then 7 is around 150% increase. So if an offer of between 50 and 60 million euros were made, Dortmund would be willing to talk, willing to sell him to Chelsea. But I don't know whether to believe this particular report or not. But if it's coming from Sky Sports, it's Germany. I think it's believable. They have a very strong source, and they don't usually put this sort of thing out if they're not sure. But we wait and see what happens. So we have Rich Moneymakers. Rich Moneymakers, nice to see you. I do hope you're doing well, and I appreciate you finding the time to join the show this particular evening for me. Let's keep again the likes. We're stuck at 6 likes. We should be doing a lot better than that. Big meeting today. The stupid as these want Ganacho senior. Let me read that again. Is senior executive has said no. Our investors want a Petrovic back in the team, but I am getting fed up of these as these, and they are stubborn. If anything, they're the ones I want to go. They've been poor trying to assemble a winning squad for us. I haven't seen any reason to blame the manager, but then again, that's my opinion, and you're entitled to yours. You're entitled to say the manager is the reason why we're not going to win the league this season. Up to you. And Rich Money Makers is saying hit the like button and also do subscribe. It's free and it takes just a second. Yep, it doesn't hurt to do that. Let's get the likes up and see if we can get at least 30 likes by the time the show ends. Okay, Chelsea 11. Gittins is pretty good. It's a pretty good dribbler, and so is Sancho. I would rather Sancho over him. I think the profile is kind of different a bit. You could argue, I'm not sure. Maybe I need to watch Gittins even more. Sancho, in my opinion, currently the most productive dribbler at Chelsea. He just doesn't dribble for the sake of it. I know he's come across as poor of late in terms of completed his dribble completion rate. But he's a good dribbler, excellent dribbler, I must say. I'm not quite sure how he differs from Gittins. Maybe it's something I have to take my time, take a step back and look at to learn how the differences between the two players. So yeah, but let's see what happens. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. We move on from the Gittins story and see what else we have lined up to address. I want us to get it done as soon as possible. And Rich Moneymakers is saying our senior executive I want to keep Jadon Sancho for experience. And yeah, his experience, yeah. And the talent he has, they want more experience in the team. But the stupid as SD, wow. Well, now listen. I think if we really want to sign players, I think the SDs. I don't think it'd be an issue. I think it'd be able to still sign players we want to sign. But I believe you. You've been correct always. But that's by the way. Let's move on from the Gittins story. What else do we have here? This is about Christopher Nkunku. As I said a few minutes ago, no surprises there for me. Nkunku, I've said before, he's no longer at Chelsea in the flesh. He left Chelsea a while ago. He left Chelsea during the last transfer window when Bayern came calling. He's just here. You could say uh, his body is here, but his spirit isn't here. I'm not sure how else to phrase that, but I'm quite sure you do get the point. Chelsea and Christopher Nkunku have reached the point of no return. I think nothing new there. No surprises there for me. You could tell from his body language. He did at times come off as if he's disinterested, not committed. I mean, there are other ways to see it, but I've always known that that's it for him. But that means that Chelsea and Christopher Nkunku have reached the point of no return. The French international expected to leave Chelsea next summer. Once again, no surprises there. Arsenal and Bayern Munich were interested this winter and should come back next summer. Other clubs are also in the running. Do I think Chelsea will sell him for cheap? I'd say no. I'm not sure the length of his current contract. Maybe I should look it up to see. I don't want to do anything that will slow down my system. But I don't think Chelsea will sell him for cheap, irrespective of whether he has just 10 days left on his current contract. The new owners, they proved to be shrewd businessmen. Hardly ever, you can say, hardly ever entertain any offers without the part that doesn't offer any the possibility of them making some measure of gain, in my opinion. And this particular report is Vince is quoting Fabrice Hawkins. I think he's of French descent. Usually, my understanding is that he's the most trusted in terms of anything, any news that has to do with French internationals and also French league and all that. But yeah, let's see. Nothing new in my opinion. And Rich Moneymakers is saying I do believe that our owners do want to win. I mean, it's we don't need Einstein to tell us that. And I've told people it just doesn't make sense. That's the most stupid argument I've ever heard. That they're here for the profit and not for the win. First of all, that argument is fundamentally stupid in my opinion. Football is a result-driven business. And if you don't get results, you're not gonna make gain. It's really as simple as that. And if you're saying they're here to flip players to make a profit, how many players are they gonna flip to even break even, let alone make a gain? But that's by the way. But they have the wrong middle people. That's the as these not building a proper profile, profile team for our coach. I agree with you, and that's just truly the case. And Rabataha, if you're listening, apologies for your message being deleted. I think you used more than three emojis. You used one, two, three, four, five emojis. That was the reason why your message was deleted. If you stick to three, I don't think it deletes your message. And apologies once again. I had the time to adjust the strictness of the robot that it's policing the chat section, so that it is less again, so that it's not as strict as strict as it is right now. Sorry, I can't pronounce that word correctly. So Rabataha, if you're listening, apologies. The machine deleted your message, not a human being. Nkunku is a baller, but Maresca is one trick pony. I disagree with you saying that Maresca is one trick pony, but you're entitled to your opinion. And I've heard a lot of people say that 1,000 times. Here's the thing: there are fundamentals uh, to his approach, of things you could call hallmark to Enzo Maresca's approach. But beyond that, there are a lot of things that he does differently. Every manager has the fundamentals of their respective approaches. All managers do, but there are things they do differently. Like Pep Guardiola, dominate possession, stab the opposition off the ball. That doesn't mean that's it for Pep Guardiola's approach. There are other things they do that define his approach, and it's not constant. He changes his approach based on the next opposition, on the opposition they're facing. You can say the same it is the same thing with Enzo Maresca. I get it. There are basics to his approach. Let's talk about those basics, or maybe fundamentals, if that's the language you prefer, which is inverting certain players, because it's usually not almost always the left backs. Sometimes he does utilize other individuals to complete triangles whenever we have the ball, to help us gain a numerical advantage over the opposition, what you call overloading areas. He does that, but those are just the basics, and those are constant. But beyond that, we do things differently. And I've paid attention to it. In most cases, you wouldn't even tell what we're doing until the game is done, and you pay attention to the average positioning of each of the players that started the game for us. Then you get to understand what structure was used, and or let's say what approach was used. But unfortunately for him, when things aren't going as desired, people do, you say they do blow things out of proportion, out for lack of a more specific language there. The slightest of errors, once they see it, they make it to be what it's not really. But that's just my opinion anyway. You're entitled to believe that he's one trick pony. That's up to you. For me, I don't think that's the case, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. Nightbot is doing his job, but yeah, I think I need to work on it. I think deleting Rabata's message because he has five emojis, I think for me that's a bit too strict. I need to find time to, you can say, reduce the measure of the strictness, so that yeah, it's a bit fair on people. I know you didn't know, so no need to worry. So for Christopher and Nkunku, let's hear you. For me, no surprises there. I've said that 1,000 times. I've always known that he will eventually leave the club. I've always felt like perceived his presence on the pitch as this, as perceived. You could say his what's the language I'm looking for? Him again, he's come off as disinterested of late. In all the games that he's played in the absence of Nicholas Jackson, he's come off as disinterested, not committed. I'm not sure what other language to use. And again, I will defend that wherever you take me to. So I've always known that that's it. You could argue probably didn't want to get injured so that he still be able to leave when the time comes. He doesn't have a plan, but he said it on the interview, coach. He said that there's nothing wrong with the way he's playing, and he will stick with it. I think I'm just going to interpret that to him saying he will stick with his, with you can say, with the fundamentals of his approach. He does things differently, and I think he's talked about it also, saying how he approaches the game depends on how the opposition plays. He is a smart manager. Is it perfect? No. And I've talked about reasons. I things that happened that led to me realizing that he's not perfect. But beyond that, I think he's a smart manager. I think he's the man for the job. And I think, irrespective of where we found ourselves in the table, I think we've made progress. We were playing in a more mature way. We've progressed from the aspect of managing games and other things also. But unfortunately, in football, the average football fan speaks understands three factors: win, lose, or draw. And one of those, it could be that is one of those define how they see you, in my opinion. Because we were struggling, it was easy to turn against him. And something as I've also talked about was that the fans have found it that they can't get to the owners, so we are seeing, in my opinion, a transfer aggression. They're just dumping the whole anger on the manager, even when it's unnecessary, in my opinion. And I don't want to just get into that debate again. I've talked about it a thousand times. Do I think he's one trick pony? No. Do I think he still has a lot to learn? Yes. After all, he's an inexperienced manager, irrespective of how well he did at Leicester City. But that's just my opinion. If Nkunku wants to go this summer, we should let him go. I don't think we will hesitate. I think the plan is to sell him come summer. But let's see what happens. And my enemy is in the house. He says if Maresca is not one trick pony, why can't he invert the left back? Why can't he? What are you saying? Why can't he invert the left back? Okay. Why can't he play with a different attack from Jackson? From Jackson uh, from Jackson or Jackson type. Why can't he find ways to create a freedom for Palmer? You think Palmer doesn't have freedom in this team? You think Palmer doesn't play with freedom under Enzo Maresca? I'm not going to even debate that with you. I'm just going to say you win. If you think Palmer doesn't have freedom under Enzo Maresca, then you win. Honestly. So big Vic, you've won. I agree. He's one trick pony. I'm not gonna debate that with you. Let's see what else you have here. Keep dropping the likes on the stream. But Vic, more importantly, nice to see you. I do hope you're doing well. And Vic, we've talked about Grego. Is it Grego Kabul? Let's hear your thoughts. Is he a goalkeeper you'd like to see at Chelsea, or do you think we should look beyond him? I think we should look for a better goalkeeper. If we're intent on signing a goalkeeper, it shouldn't be Dortmund's goalkeeper. I think there are better options out there, and I don't think he should be the one we should be looking to sign. But that's just my opinion. Let's hear your thoughts, and then we can go to the next item we have lined up. I don't have the energy to debate whether Maresca is one trick pony or not. That's an argument I'm not going to win. And if you're arguing why can't he find a way to play, he did find a way to play, but we don't have the quality to do well in the absence of Nicholas Jackson or Cole Palmer. I'm not going to go back and blame him. He was the reason why we struggled because we don't have Nicholas Jackson. I get it. I've talked about how he talked about the absence of Nicholas Jackson affected us. I did argue at the time, just make do with what you have. Do I think he did the best he could with what we had at the time? Yeah. But the players didn't perform. Maybe it was his fault, given that maybe he didn't find the best way to get the best out of those players. But saying he's one trick pony for me, I disagree. But I'm not going to argue that. Let's hear your thoughts on Chelsea's interest in Kobo, Borussia Dortmund's goalkeeper. I've said I don't think it's a good idea. If we really want to sign a good goalkeeper, we should be looking for a better goalkeeper and not him. So this year says Petrovic maybe. I'd rather we keep Petrovic than sign Kobo. Probably spend a lot of money in signing him. Nice to see you there, Miss Melina. I do hope you're doing well, and I appreciate you finding the time to join the show this particular evening. I do hope you're doing well. Hopefully, We'll see a collab between you and I again very soon. Let's see. You know what's annoying with your argument? You kept defending Maresca attacking fans. I didn't defend him attacking fans. I think you always, every time you come here, you find one accusation or the other. That's not okay, Vic. That's how you and I are gonna stop becoming being brothers. Jesus Christ! Every time you find something to one accusation or the other, I didn't defend him attacking the fans. I did not. I made my argument, but I never defended him. If anything, I said maybe that's you could say some sort of what was it that I said? Uh, Language barrier issue or something. But that's okay. If that's what you think I said, all right, go with it. Maresca and attacking fans with different viewpoints and never for once provided any tactics evidence or analysis of his approach. I think you can go look it up yourself. We've played with 4-1-4-1. We've played with 4-3-3, 4-2-3-1, 3-4-2-1, and variations of structures. And I'm going to say this again. The one thing that is constant about his approach is the fundamentals of his approach. Overloading areas on the pitch, having one man with the freedom to pop up whenever we have the ball, complete the triangles, and ensure we have a numerical advantage over the opposition. That's one thing that's common. But here's the thing, unfortunately, he's so hated. People hate Maresca so much that if he says he lost his dog, and that was the reason he was at the police station providing evidence on the, you can say, the tag on the dog so that they can go find him. You see people who take that and run with it and start talking about how we're losing game, and he's here telling us about his dog. If even let's say he's at the hospital to, you can say he was the only one at home and had to take his dad to the hospital, it would still be an issue. And that's just hatred. Unfortunately, that hatred is, you could argue, is clouding the judgment of even the smartest people that I know. I don't think we're being fair. I think, and I'm going to go back to saying this once again. I've said it before, but I'm going to say it again. I think we just it's transfer aggression. The anger people directed at the owners that didn't yield the sort of result they thought it yielded after protesting, they landed it on Maresca, even those that went against him. Do I think he's the best speaker in the world? No. He's a horrible speaker. If in fact the language isn't the problem, and I've said that before. So stop coming here and bring an allegation against me. I know where you live. Don't start that, Vic. All right. Let's keep going. Keep dropping the likes on the stream. The likes to go a long way. And people, go and subscribe to Miss Melina's YouTube channel. She covers all EPL clubs and beyond. And the link is there. And she's her football knowledge is excellent. You better go subscribe. I know she's an Arsenal fan, but she covers all again all clubs. Yes, see, yep. It's what you're saying. It's not an Vic. Go back to work. What time is it? I don't know where. I know where you live, so you should be at work right now. Just leave me alone. Let me host the show in peace. And I've asked the question, guys. Would you like to see Kobo? Is it Cobel? I'm not sure how to pronounce his name correctly. But if you want to see him at Chelsea,
No. I don't want him.
you don't want to see him. So let's hear you.
Yeah, big up, bro.
Big up, big up.
Big
I
up.
forgot you were there, and I'm glad you said something. If you didn't do
Yeah,
that, I
no,
wouldn't. I'd forget you were waiting for me.
yeah, big up to people on the chat.
Big up.
Make sure subscribe to the channel. Yeah, in terms of Kobel, I've watched Dortmund matches recently. He's horrible at the moment. So I don't think we should go for another goalkeeper. To be honest, I don't think it makes sense.
It just wouldn't. It just doesn't make sense.
Unless like the rumor saying Petrovic, teams are looking for him. Maybe if you sell him, I would say okay, it makes sense. But again, I don't think we should sell him either. Let him come to Chelsea and be an abundance goalkeeper. But anyway, we know our sporting directors like to overload certain areas. For example, we almost have 9 goalkeepers in our books. Any number 10 doesn't make sense.
Yeah, and Vic, you see now you're lying. Apologies. I hope that does you don't take that personal. I was one of Pochettino's biggest defenders. Yep, I bless his soul, Rogers, who again defended him the most. Even when Bobby didn't want to give him a chance, I convinced him to give him a chance. I was telling people he overachieved at Tottenham. They say he hasn't won anything. I say he won something at PSG. So I gave up when I realized he didn't know what he was doing. Yeah, he seemed lost. So when you bring out such evidence, be sure you know what you're saying. Let's see what I have here. Kobol is 27. I prefer we go for experience this summer. 27 is experience. Yeah, but I know I get it. We use age and experience, the word age and experience interchangeably. Somebody could be 23 and still be more experienced than someone that's 28. Uh, it's simply the amount of times you've done something that it becomes, you can say, second nature to you, and you know what to do and what not to do in certain situations. So, being 27, chances are he's less experienced than some of the goalkeepers we have, or more experienced. Age, maybe if you're talking about life experience, maybe, then yeah, definitely age should be the leading factor to decide who is more experienced than the other person. I am putting out a poll today on the SDs because the SDs in the meeting today say that they are best sporting directors in the world. Okay, that's interesting. I, I'm not reading that aspect. And they are SHIT, and they need to go. Okay, let's see what happens. We need these SDs gone. I think I'd rather they. I think they have to go before Maresca. Um, we have an imbalanced squad, in my opinion, down to their ineptitude, in my opinion. So before I blame Maresca, I'd start with them. I think we're just one good goalkeeper away. Two centre backs, maybe, or at least one good centre back, experienced centre back with leadership. Even Goy, he could be that guy. And then one striker away, or maybe one traditional 10 to becoming the team we want to be. Honestly, I think the players we currently have, they're maturing quicker than I actually expected. They've learned to manage games than they did last season, and some credit to the manager, irrespective of what Vic thinks. And I can't stop saying I using the word irrespective since Vic said it on the show here. I don't know, Tobeo, whether you have anything to add to the argument that Enzo Maresca is one trick pony. Let's hear you.
No, no, no. I said it several times. I disagree. I disagree. This guy is 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 flexible, but again, if we have certain injuries, he won't be flexible because certain players can't do what he asks them. So, man, I don't understand. Maybe maybe it's because we're losing at the moment. Just like he said during his press conference, he said that when we are winning, our Chelsea fans were saying we got our Chelsea back. Now we are losing. Now we are bad. So it's fans' opinion. So I don't understand this coach. So this is Vic's opinion, but again, I think Enzo Maresca is versatile. We just need fit players to do well.
Unfortunately, as I've told him, he's won. I know I cannot get him to change his mind on that, so I'm not going to fight him on that. I love him. He's a very smart guy. But when it comes to Maresca, I don't think I win that battle. So we move on. There are things I've learned from him. I don't know if you'll agree he's learned anything from me since we started debating, but I love Vic. But yeah, thank you for there. He said 2 years ago you didn't agree. This was an imbalanced squad, an imbalanced squad. I said it 2 years ago. We still have some players that that at the time meant the squad we didn't have so much of you could say we didn't have again the team was balanced at the time. 2 years ago we had Kovacic, didn't we? If you're saying 2 years ago, yeah, even Koulibaly, right? I can't quite remember. So listen, I've always said we need to make a few more signings, and I supported Pochettino until towards the end. I gave him time, and then I realized, yeah, my opinion at the time, he didn't know what he was doing. I said it on numerous occasions. Now you want to come around to tell us it's an imbalanced squad. Give me a break. Just go back to work and leave me alone. What? All right, let's move on. The next item, Tavejo. I've talked about Christopher Nkunku. Gittins. Your thoughts? And if an offer between 50 to 60 million euros were made, Dortmund would be willing to talk. I don't know. I think somebody in the chat said I think it was the Maya suggesting that probably because we're looking at signing Gittins that it will most likely sell Jadon Sancho. What do you make of that debate? Or do you think Sancho stays?
Mm, I don't know, man. Personally, if I was Chelsea, uh, I would rather. But this is the issue again. With Sancho, is the wage thing, right? He's currently earning 250, but Chelsea are paying 100 or 150 at the moment. So Manchester United are
Gittins
paying the other
earning how
amount.
much?
Normally selling 250 at Manchester United. So Chelsea are paying almost half
Oh,
or
you're
half
talking
of,
about Sancho.
yes, Sancho. So that's the thinking. Maybe if we qualify for the Champions League, I think we might sign Sancho. But personally, I'd rather have one between them. So I'd rather have Sancho, to be honest. But Giting is a good talent, but again, it's another talent. I'd rather have Sancho personally than Gittings.
But I don't think, yeah, I haven't seen anything to suggest the plan is to get Gittins and let Sancho go. I don't think that. I think Sancho, he understands how the manager wants to approach the game, and I think he's done well. How many assists in total? I can't quite remember. I think he stays. If you remember, we were telling people that were suggesting the club should send him back, and that were definitely, when the rumors emerged that we're looking to send him back, we were telling them, look, he represents good business for reasons we explained at the time. He's a good footballer, one, and he's English, and 25 million pounds for a player as good as Jadon Sancho is a good deal. And it wouldn't make sense to pay 5 million pounds a fine to Manchester United to opt out of the deal. I'd say it makes more sense to pay 20 million more, making it 25, sign him on a permanent, and then if after a season it doesn't work out, we can sell him for twice as much. He's that good, really. I think the only
And
issue would be if he refuses to, you can say, heavily incentivize a salary, then that's why maybe we decide to do otherwise. But go ahead if you were saying something.
yeah, I was about to say the same thing, all right? If Sancho is willing to take sort of a pay cut, maybe end the, like Nkunku is currently earning 195 or 180. Let's say he moved to that Nkunku salary. If he take a pay cut, maybe anything can happen. But if he wants to earn the same amount of money and we are not in the Champions League next season, I don't think Chelsea will do that.
Mm. That's
Yeah.
that's a sensible argument right there. So us finishing in the top five will be a factor with regards to the players would sign or not. But I still believe we'd finish there. I still believe Nottingham Forest will fall off there. If you look at the games, I think there are reasons to still believe that we'll finish in the top four. Actually, we could end up finishing third. Actually, it's a possibility, but we need to be at our best. We need to be firing on all cylinders and not just win one, and then the next one you expect us to win it, we end up drawing it or losing it. Bobby, big up to you and thank you for joining us on the panel. I do hope you're doing well. Welcome to another edition of the Blue Alliance Show. The Chelsea Alliance Show, comprised of content creators, Chelsea content creators. So the show will be traveling from one platform to another. Yeah, our turn today on a Chelsea perspective. Bobby, big up to you. Did you hear our conversation about Jamie Gittins? Some people think signing him would lead to us letting go, selling Sancho, because I don't think we'd let him go. He represents good business, like I've talked about. Okay, Vicky's saying here, 1 second before Bobby is ready to speak. The squad building never made sense. in- After we let players go, that was when a lot of people realized, yeah, something isn't quite right, that we're going to struggle quite a lot. We all knew the majority of the players will be sold. It's too late to the barbecue. I don't do barbecues. Go away. Yeah, Sancho is staying. I think he's staying, definitely. The void. Nice to see you, the vibe. I do hope you're doing well. I appreciate you finding the time to join the show. Forest have the easiest of fixtures left. Go check. I think there are games I believe they will lose. Maybe we'll find time to look at that again. Or draw, actually. They still play us, and I think we can beat them. I believe Man City will get a point deduction at the end of the season. What happened with that case? Actually, I can't quite remember. Didn't they sue? They did counter sue the Premier League. Didn't they do that? But that's, by the way, Bobby. If you're there, let's say your thoughts on the possibility of us selling Sancho. I don't think we'd opt out of signing him on a permanent for Manchester United. Maybe we'd be able to sell him. I don't know. There's an earlier transfer window because of the club World Cup. Maybe we'd wrap it up at the time and then figure out what to do with them when the summer transfer window opens proper. I'm not sure. But Gittins looks like it's going to happen. And if Sky Sports Germany reports that, yeah, we're pushing to sign him, it looks likely. But let's hear you, Bobby.
Yeah, big up, coach.
Big up, Bobby. Thank you for joining.
Are you with Tobago there?
Yeah, Tobeho is here. He's a member of the
Yeah,
Blue Alliance, so yeah, he must be here.
big up, Tobago. Yeah, I mean, look, the case of the wingers is not an either or situation because we're short. So it's a question of addition. We're also short physically. We lack physicality. We cannot go for any more puny little players. So maybe Gittins is a worthy addition. I don't know. I found it very hard to think of transfers, to be honest. I think the situation we're in now is so precarious that I can't quite focus on anything else. I like your optimism, I really do. But I look at the fixtures we have, and it's very difficult. Dante was saying, "No, that Liverpool they may have won the league by then, and they'll probably not take the game against Chelsea too seriously." Look, I don't buy that. If you win the league, you come into the next game with a swagger and freedom. Um, we have weaklings. This is my concern. These players, are they physically strong enough to go into the battle ahead? Because there will be battles. We got Lavia who can barely run. we, we're still patching him up. Reece James, the same thing. No Fafana. Gusto, the weakling, has just gone off, hurt himself halfway through a game. We don't have the men that will go into battle with us these last few games. That's my concern. In times gone by, we had those men. We knew when we went to war, they will come and stand up and be counted, as they did for us in the Allianz Arena, as we all know, May 19, 2012. We had so many problems, but we had men in that squad. I can't see that here. I just see a bunch of weaklings. Um, if Everton's going to be tough enough, and what has even happened now? Maresca has gone and banished himself to the stands, where he should be on the sideline, battling with his troops. I don't feel good about it, to be honest. I would like to. I really want to. But I'm looking at this thing and I'm thinking, gosh, everybody else there running is not as challenging. on paper, but I don't know. So I can't really think about transfers, to be honest, because um, we have a tall order.
We
Um,
do. I mean, it'd be stupid to say we don't, but I believe we have enough to navigate the situation and come out the other side joyous. I'm not sure how else to phrase it, but you get my point. I get it. My optimism is driven mainly by my belief, but partly also looking at the games other teams up there that they have. I think we may well find it still have time to look at them, so that if I'm wrong, I learn from all of you here. Yeah, that my mathematics isn't. My math isn't mathing. Yeah, I think that's how it's said. The current situation is precarious. Yes, Bobby, I cannot believe I agree with you. I wish you don't. I want us to always fight. That's why we have a show. I cannot think of any transfer rumors at the moment. We are a weak team overall. Wow. Wow. Bless his soul.
No, 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 no,
As
no,
Roger
no.
would say, check is in the mail. You're entitled to your opinion. I wouldn't go to the extent of saying we were weak. We have deficiencies. And those deficiencies, I've said in midfield area, we don't have issues. Two places you can argue.
coach,
Yeah.
coach,
Mhm.
which Chelsea player can stand up to Everton? Is it Cole Palmer that's fumbling and waddling around and getting clattered? Is it? I mean, who? Who? You can't think of one player that you can say, right, now that the tackles are going to come flying in, this guy is going to be the guy to stand up and be counted. All we do is
Let me,
break down, and you see them
yeah.
bringing the stretchers on to take the Chelsea weaklings off the field, and the other team is standing for 90 minutes. That's my
Let me say this.
concern.
Yeah, I understand where you're coming from. If Everton beat us tomorrow, which I don't think they beat us, I think the worst result we can get from that would be a draw. But I think we'll beat them by a slim margin. Just like I said,
A draw is
I
just
would
as
would
bad
beat
as a
Fulham by a
defeat.
slim margin. If they beat us, it's not going to be because of the physical aspect of their game. No, I think we've learned to deal with that. There are aspects that I think we don't have a striker, and then our defensive line lacks leadership. We lack character. Honestly, the physicality aspect we will improve on that. But I don't believe if we lose to Everton tomorrow, it'd be because we're not able to measure their physical approach. In my opinion, Houston, I'm going to say this: that's one game I think we'll win. If we win, it's going to be by a slim margin. The worst result we can get tomorrow will be a draw for multitude of reasons. But we will get to preview in the game soon. Go ahead if you're speaking, Bobby. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, a draw is not acceptable.
No, it's not acceptable. I'm just saying, yeah, yeah.
We backed ourselves into this difficult corner through what happened against Ipswich and earlier on in the season, the lack of Wesley Fofana and Romeo Lavia, both of whom have now become more of a luxury than anything else. We said we couldn't do this season, and we have to draw a line under this. We cannot be dependent on working from home players, if I may
Don't you think the
use your
club have realized
terminology.
that too, which is why
I
they're
don't
looking to
know.
sign more defenders?
I don't know if they have. It's left to be seen. It's left to be seen. What will make me incandescent is if next season we have Fofana and Lavia coming off the bench and Chelsea fans start talking about, oh, they shouldn't be on the bench. They should go to another club. Those guys owe Chelsea Football Club big time, big time. They are part of the reason we're struggling. They owe this club. I don't care what anybody says. They've been paid handsomely for doing, well, for basically lying on an injury table. So no, none of them should come back expecting first team football. No, unless they absolutely earn it. they must be on the bench rotating and providing squad depth if they're even fit enough to do that. Then I'll know we've learned our lesson. Seriously, because I don't find this acceptable anymore. Malo Gusto playing a game, he comes on, I don't know what happens, then he goes off. I mean, what is this? So what do we have here? These players are weak. They're physically weak. And it has to stop. You don't see anybody else doing this. You don't see Arsenal players doing this. You don't see the Liverpool players doing this. It's just us. It's the purchase of squad depth is standard, if you ask me.
Hope is that it looks like we found a way to manage the fitness of our recovered players and keeping them fit. Unfortunately, that the you could say the remedy to that being them not playing as much as we would like them to. Unfortunately, and please, people, go check out Tabeho's YouTube channel. Be sure to subscribe. Let's help him continue to grow. I will add the link to his YouTube channel. I will, because this is the Blue Alliance show, so definitely you will see a featuring his YouTube. If you click YouTube link, if you click through it, you get there. Let's help him grow. Bobby, were you saying something? Okay. Let's see. Vic is saying the current situation is precarious. I think I've read that. I've addressed that too. I just had to go up to read. I think Tabeho's the link to Tabeho's YouTube channel link. Thanks, Bobby. The S's will not listen, and I am losing patience with this S's. They may well lose their job. Their job. I don't know. I'm not sure what's going to happen. But if you look at how well Strasbourg are doing, but they're not Strasbourg SC, but the women's team, how well they're doing, chances are the owners will still look at them and say, yeah, they're doing a good job. What happened to Dean Harrison and news about him? Nothing. I think it's everywhere right now. Do I think we've talked with his camp? We're still talking with his entourage? I say yes. According to Fabrizio Romano, we've had discussions, but it's not just us. Other clubs are interested. I get it. Rumors did emerge suggesting that we're leading the race to sign the Spanish international. It is believable. Why? Because we have a good relationship with his agent. It's not over yet. Liverpool are still there. I'm hearing. Real Madrid, not too sure. I think Arsenal, I'm not sure other clubs that are interested. Newcastle also, I heard a few days ago, are also interested in signing Dean Harrison. But I think I'll go to Tobago to hear from him, given this particular comment, before I read the next message from my bro, Shirinat Govindarajan. But Tobago, any update on our pursuit of Dean Houston?
Yeah, it seems like Chelsea are working so hard to get this deal, but just like you said, it won't be easy because there'll be several clubs offering a contract to sign him. So, as much as the reports are saying that with or without the Champions League, we can get this kid. But again, I think for us to be sure or to have assurance, we need to make sure we secure the Champions League spot. If not, at least win the Conference League so that the kid can come to Chelsea and see a winning mentality. Don't just come to Chelsea and add numbers. I don't want that anymore. I'm tired of Chelsea having passengers in our football club. So we need to add quality. But again, I was hoping we get experience. But if we get another kid, I think this kid is special. He will fit well the way we are playing at the moment.
So, do you think we'll be able to get the deal over the line?
It's 50-50. Anything is possible. Until he holds a Chelsea t-shirt, I'll say so.
Yeah, because yeah, there's no guarantee. It's all rumors. At this point, give me 1 second here. Let me respond to something. My brother is texting me. All right. Thank you for that. And my bro, Shinina Govindarajan, I appreciate. I appreciate you finding the time to say hello, and also I believe you've already dropped a like on the video and also the donation. I cannot thank you enough. Always doing that. You know, you don't have to do that for me to read your comment. It's all love. He says, "Big up, my brother. Big up to you too, sharing that." He says, "It's been a while. I have had a chance to see you live, your live stream. Always love to support you, my brother. Like, share, and subscribe, people. That's my brother speaking. We have 12 likes. We can do a lot better than that, and we will be streaming consistently around this period. This is again, but this is the Blue Alliance show. But usually, if it's not the Blue Alliance show, it is the daily Chelsea news roundup. Blue Morning Show is going to come back when we find help. Thank you so much, Shinata. I appreciate that. What's your thoughts on Dean Houston? I think he's an excellent player, but I got lectured yesterday, and for me, you could argue a lecture that makes sense. We compared his numbers to that of Mark Guehi. He practically envelopes Mark Guehi's numbers output maybe. Is much better in you can say nearly all the metrics. But there's something Dante talked about which makes sense. If we're looking for leadership, then Guehi is the guy. If the intent is to add one more ball playing defender, but he's not just a basic ball defender. He reads the game very well, Dean Houston. But if we want leadership, Guehi is our guy. But if the plan is to sign them both, fine. If the plan is to sign one and we're looking for leadership, then Guehi, which made sense to me. I learned immediately that yeah, we'd be better off going for Guehi if we're looking for leadership. Somebody that will sit, defend, get the defensive work done. That's not to say Guehi isn't good on the ball. He is, in my opinion, relatively good on the ball.
I
But
don't like this kid.
you don't like Dean Houston?
No, 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 Maggie. You know my thing, right? I don't want Chelsea to go back to sign the ex players. Mark was at Chelsea. We offered him a chance to pay to be in the first team. He decided to go to Crystal Palace because we had certain players. He
So
didn't decide.
you not liking him is driven by the fact that he rejected the opportunity to be part of the first team when we promised him that. Is that what you're saying? Not really that he's a bad player.
Yeah, but this season, for me, he regressed. So that's my thing. If you
Oh, you're
look,
saying he regressed?
yes.
Hmm. Go
So
ahead.
let's get his get Bobby's opinion about McGahey because, like I said, my only concern is that going to our ex player and then buy him back. I don't think that it should be good. So, Bobby, any thoughts about McGahey?
Especially about the price that's being quoted. I think it's something north of 60 million pounds, right? That's a lot of money, really. But Bobby, let's hear your
Yes.
thoughts. Tobeho just asked you your thoughts on Mark Guehi. But I'd sign if we're going to, I mean, if we're looking for leadership, um, let's do again. It makes sense to sign Guehi over Houston. But if we're gonna sign both, fine. I take it. But Bobby, let's hear you.
Yeah, I mean, I've watched Gehi up close and personal when he was with the youth teams. And afterwards, his travels on loan and the eventual permanent move to Palace, his exploits with England. Gehi is a solid player. He's got the physicality we're lacking. He will bring leadership. And what's more important, he'll bring that Chelsea heart which these academy graduates carry with them. So I think he would be very good business if we could pull it off.
So you want?
Oh, I thought Bob.
I think it was you and Dante that convinced me yesterday why, if we're looking for leadership, he's our guy. And that's not to say Harrison is a bad player. We could still have him, given that he's just the way Maresca like to
Yeah,
play.
you
But
can have them
yeah, go ahead.
both.
Yeah,
You
we
can
can
have
get
them
both.
both.
Yeah, go ahead, Tobeho. You were saying something.
Yeah, I agree with you guys. So we can have them both, but at the same time, the reports are saying that we're going to keep Levi Colwell, Sheila, and we're going to have Wesley Fafana there. Tosin is up and down. We're not sure. So buying two new centre backs while we have Mama Duasa from Strasbourg. So how many centre backs are we going to have next season?
I'd like us to keep Tosin. I think what I heard is that the concern is that whether he'd be content to being with being just a squad player. But I think he's more than just a squad player. He's an excellent defender, in my opinion. But it's clear Maresca doesn't really like him or trust him. That's just me speculating. I'm not sure what's going on, or maybe he's just rotating and I'm seeing it the wrong way. But that's by the way. Let's see. Oh, don't worry. Then I'm going to learn. Just leave me alone, man. Let's see, Rich Money Makers. RSCs do not listen. Wow. Rich Money Makers keep repeating this particular comment. I am fed up. I think I've addressed that. He says, I am speaking to people close to our investors. They want experience in the defense. Bobby will not like this. He loves they love or he loves Robert Sanchez. I'm not sure. I don't want the bomb of a player. I want the Crystal Palace defender. If we're looking for leadership, get Guehi. But if we want both, fine. Houston is an excellent defender, and I think I did see a particular report. Was it this morning or yesterday, suggesting that he's more likely to join Liverpool. Why didn't I pay attention to that? Our investors want him. This says that yes, the stubborn. I'm not reading that. We need leadership as soon as possible, so it makes sense to go for Gohi if we're signing only one of both. Yeah, okay. Exclusive. Chelsea unlikely to make the Bruyne move despite Enzo Maresca hinting that he wants more experience. Kane, so to speak, Oli Watkins, and Osimhen similarly unlikely, according to Matt Law. Osimhen, for me, except if the Saudis don't come back. If they come back, he will be going to Saudi Arabia, and I think probably we know that. Osimhen, Oli Watkins, who Harry Kane, similarly unlikely. I mean, I believe that. I'm not surprised really. Yeah, shocking. Now what coach talk to me about what? Leave me alone. Go back to work. Okay, Bobby, that's a question for you from Rich Money Makers, which reads let me read it for you. It reads, Bobby, what are your thoughts on players that want to leave if they don't play?
Yeah, big up, rich money makers. I thought we got rid of those. Can't think of anyone else. Maybe it looks like Nkunku might want to leave. But with his current form, I don't know whether he's going to.
Felix wants to leave.
Who wants to leave?
Felix.
Yeah, Felix. We're already making plans for him to go to Benfica. Um, Nkunku, I can't imagine him being playing week in, week out, first team, first name on the team sheet for any other top club at all. You know, if he goes, he's going to be doing his circuits from the bench. So I don't know. Look, any player that doesn't want to play for Chelsea, we don't want. That's always clear. You know, we're not here to be dealing with this sort of thing. Um, the rest, you know, most of the others are getting first team starting football. So we should just have to wait and see. Definitely, if we get two new defenders in, at least one, if not two, will be moved on. So we really need to wait and see.
Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate you. My boss 05 is here. Big up Kachila. We need a CB with leadership skills. I wouldn't mind it either. Marquinhos or go here at Chelsea, but these owners at Chelsea are. I'm not reading that for you. Um, let's see. Liverpool have made inquiries for Cole Palmer, but don't worry. I'm not. I didn't even read it. I saw it. I skipped it. For me, I think it's absolute horse dung. I'm not. I don't pay attention to such news. There are some things
Mm.
when I see them. I believe that man will make it to mass in the next few months. That believe that. I don't just suck up to everything I see. I dissect and analyze. Doesn't want to be a backup, but the investors want to keep him because he brings experience. He's proven there are games that had it not been for his ability to read the game very well, long leg and ability to orchestrate a last ditch tackle, chances are would be again would be saying again would be we have two we'd have three more losses or two more losses at least. Tosun is an excellent defender, in my opinion. I could be wrong by arguing that Maresca maybe sees it differently. Chances are he's just rotating the squad to ensure he doesn't overplay any player. But why not do that with Copa man Nicholas Jackson too? Nkunku, we've talked about that. For me, I've told people I don't think Nkunku is again. Nkunku is not. It's just again. He's just he's no longer can at Chelsea in spirit. It's only in the flesh. Just there for the sake of being there. Breaking news: Benoit Badiashile has been placed in the stay at Chelsea category. Once again, no surprises there. Even though I like him, I know there's a good player in there. He did struggle a bit to show the sort of form he showed when he arrived on the Graham Potter when everybody wasn't happy that he wasn't added to our Champions League squad because he showed in the Premier League at the time that he's an excellent defender. But it looks like he's recovering. He's also showing that he can read the game very well. He can be calm on the ball, cool, calm, collected, even on that immense pressure. Look, we've always known he's always had it in him. Now is the time for him to show that yeah, he's back and he's gonna end back for good and will stay fit. So I'm not surprised. I don't know, Tobeho, you have anything to add to that?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind keeping Bereshila because I think he still have a potential to improve as a player. Like you said, he reads the game very well, but again, he still have those small mistakes. Hopefully, he can learn from there and do better as a player. But I wouldn't mind keeping him, to be honest.
Yeah, I think again he stays. I'm not surprised that he's staying, and he's still very young. I know we've heard about him. We've talked about him for 2 seasons now, or how many seasons in a row? I think two in total, right? That seems
One and a half.
yeah, it seems like forever. Yeah, you know. But that's by the way. Yeah. He's saying, big up to you there. If I don't know if you've seen it already. Our investors don't want Ganacho, but the S's are doing. Uh, Okay, they won him. Let me just stick with that. Let's move on to the next item. I want us to get to the match preview exercise as soon as possible and get it done. I don't think there's anything here. I think the reason I had this open was that I wanted us to go news hunting, but I don't think anything interesting or anything new has emerged since the show started. I said from for commentaries from football commentators and all that. Then we have this. So let's go. Let's go talk about the game. Let's start with my favorite part is reading the Google Insights. I think they're better than anything you'd find anywhere. I'm not sure why it's blank. I don't want to do anything. Yeah, there you go. So that's by the way. Now I'm gonna go to the presentation window. Let's go with it. Once again, nice to see you. I appreciate you. We need a CB. I think we've read that. 60 million for Ganacho, and we could buy a striker with that. I don't think we're paying that money. So here you go. What we have here: pre-match insights. Go ahead, Bobby. Were you saying something? Okay, your mic was just not muted, so I thought maybe you wanted to say something. This says Chelsea are unbeaten in their last 29 Premier League home games against Everton since a 1-0 loss in November 1994. So, but you cannot script football. I can't just say for these alone that we're definitely getting a good result. But let's break it down. The breakdown is with out of the 29 meetings against Everton, we won 16 times, drew 13 times, except for that one single loss mentioned there. So I'm going to go through the insights. If you any of you on the panel want have if you have anything to add to that, that's fine. Item number 2 on the insights list says only against Leeds United. Okay, 36 between 1953 and 2001 have Everton had a longer winless away run in their league history than their current run of 29 against Chelsea. Once again, in 29 meetings, we won 16 times, drew 13 times, and then that 1-0 win. Give me 1 second here. I want to change this to this. Okay, we'll move on. Item number 3 on the insights list reads Chelsea are unbeaten in their last 4 Premier League games. Win 1-2, drew 2, coming from behind at halftime to draw 2-2 against Ipswich Town and win 2-1 against Fulham in our last match. That was a confident boosting win, in my opinion. Item number 4 on the inside list reads after only losing one of David Moyes' 10 Premier League games in charge since returning to the club, he won 4, drew 5. Everton have now lost 2 of their last 4 in the competition. Win 1, 1-1, drew 1. The toughest have only won one of their last 8 league matches, drew 5, lost 2, with that coming up via a 90th minute winner at Nottingham Forest. Wow. They've been they were dubbed the draw masters I think a month ago. Everton have drawn more games than any other side in the Premier League this season, 14 draws in total. Damn. Last drawing more in 2012, where they had 2012-2013 season, they drew 15 games in total. So one more to measure their record in 2012-2013. Indeed, only the bottom 3 sides, Ipswich Town 4, Leicester City 4, and Southampton 2, have won fewer games than the toughest this term. So they've won a lot more than those in the bottom table. So Pedro, anything you want to say about the insights we just looked at?
Yeah, the inside shows that we have a good record against Everton, but again, now it's all about the mentality of these players. Do they want to qualify for the Champions League? Are they willing to fight? And also, another thing, I think in order for us to play very well tomorrow, we should avoid listening to fans booing or doing anything stupid. Don't listen to them. Just play your game and stick to the plan. We win or lose with the plan, because listen to the fans lead us to certain mistakes. Just for example, the second goal conceded against Ipswich Town was because of Robert Sanchez was scared of the fans and decided to hit the ball long, and the rest is history. So as much as the fans are not patient, as the players should stick to the plan and do what the coach told them, and hopefully can get the result tomorrow.
Here's something you said that I like so much. After talking about how we have good record against them, yeah, you did say something that I would interpret as you cannot script football. That's not guaranteed that we're beating them tomorrow. If that is, then why do we have that's the reason why we have what's called underdogs in all sporting events. You did say, yeah, we winning tomorrow depends on how much we want that we want to finish in the top 5. I think we want to. I think we're capable of doing it. But that's a question for them to answer on the pitch and not just to say it. Bobby, I don't know you have anything to add to that. All right, I'm going to continue speaking until Bobby is ready to speak. I'll stop to let him speak. He might have dozed off. It's very late for him.
No, I was. What was the question?
Okay, the
We,
question is, what do you make of the game tomorrow? And we read a lot of items from the history tab, you could call it that. Uh, with 29 times, they've only beaten us only once at home.
well, in football, I always say you're only as good as your next game.
Hmm.
I made it very clear about the physicality side of things. They will look and see that anybody that has had any joy really against us always tends to come from our own calamitous mistakes and being bullied. So they'll come to bully. And
Yeah, being
these
bullied, being
weaklings have
pressured.
to,
Yeah.
yeah, they have to stand up to it if they have any prayer of winning the game. No, and they have to finish their chances. Um, it's not impossible, we have, turned bigger mountains around. But when we did that, we didn't have these players.
Yeah, I hope they move. They play that game with the sort of spirit they showed against Fulham coming from behind and winning that game. Before you even got the first goal and the second goal, we were playing like we wanted to win it. It didn't look like it was gonna end in a draw. I want to see that sort of fight tomorrow from them. Shock result: PSG lost to Nice by 3 goals to 1. They've won the league already, so you could argue the manager probably given their young players games. I mean, this time the rest of their games are all mere formalities. Not they don't need to.
Actually, coach,
Yeah.
the squad was strong. The lineup was so strong. So
So so
I,
you
I
watched. Okay, you saw their lineup.
yes, I saw the lineup. They had Due, Dembele, Karaskelia, the three midfielder that like
All
to
of them
play. But
started.
yes, all of them started. If even the back four, Makinos, Pacho, Hakimi, they all started. So, and they're playing at home. So anyway, maybe they were just relaxed because their mind is the Arsenal game.
Hmm. Possibly they won. But Houston, that's why sports is a good thing. That's why we have what's called the underdogs. I don't want Ganacho at Chelsea. When will these owners? What you don't just yes. I'd like to advise you to please refrain from judging the owners based on rumors you see online. There's no way to confirm that we're actually pushing to sign him still. I don't think we're still interested in signing him, in my opinion. I get it, he's been mentioned as one of the players we have, uh, we again, on our wish list. I don't believe it. Even if we sign him, I don't know, but I don't think we'd sign him. In my opinion, I think we have other priorities. We want to win tomorrow. Jaja Jones, are you saying we're going to win tomorrow, or you're saying we want to win? Of course, we want to win, but I'm guessing you're saying that we want to win tomorrow. We're going to win tomorrow. The executive is calling out the Estes. We want Victor Osimhen at Chelsea, and I don't think that happens. If it happens, I'd be surprised. And if we're really interested in signing Victor Osimhen, we better sign another striker to replace and sell Nicholas Jackson, because I don't want a situation where we'd have two African strikers that whenever African comes around, both will leave to go represent their countries. We don't have the luxury to do without even one of our look at the sort of issues we had in the absence of Nicholas Jackson, in the absence of Cole Palmer. So we lose one player, we're in trouble. And I'll say something I've already said in one of my videos. You still hear people, yeah, we did it before. We had Solomon Kalou, Michael Essien, John Nicolobi, Didier Drogba, and those players. Yeah, whenever they lived for AFCON, we still played well. We still did win games left, right, and center. But we don't have the luxury now. We're not as strong, not even close, as being as strong as the team we had at the time. That even if we lose three of our best players, starting players would still be all right. So I don't want the club to not pay attention to how it could be a problem to have two top African strikers, irrespective of how we see Nicholas Jackson. He's still a top striker. It depends on who you ask. But that's by the way we move on. So let's look at the insights here. The insights on I think I should go this way. On Fort Mob, Chelsea have scored 8 goals in their last 5 matches. Everton has scored just 3 in the last 5 matches. So, but then again, we know you just cannot script football, and if we go by just this particular metric, you'd say okay. But the truth remains, in statistics, you'd say that we're more likely to outscore them. It's just what the numbers tell us, but it's not saying that doesn't mean certainly we're going to outscore them. But you when you look at the insights, just more like statistics, because the insights they present here are usually more like statistics, not just history. It gives you a good idea, or you could say you will use it to uh, come to a sensible conclusion with regards to which of the two teams will most likely win, not certainly win. So numbers don't tell you for certainty what team will end up winning the game, but it gives you a very good idea. The owners are saying no, and the SS is saying yes. I repeat, the owners said no. Okay, thank you for that. And Jimmy Case TV, are we starting Tariq George over Jackson? It's a possibility, but I don't see that happening. Jackson has experience, is more experienced than him. I think what we're going to see is Jackson starting, but if the manager sees signs that he's not performing, he's not at his best, I think Tariq George will come on, will come in his place. We still see we'll see Tariq George tomorrow, but I don't think he starts. That's just my opinion. If he starts, fine, I will take it. So item number 2 on FOTMob's insights list reads. Cole Palmer is ranked number 3 in big chances created in the competition. He's created 20 big chances in total. Dwight McNeil has created the most big chances for Everton, 9. So Cole Palmer has, you could argue, more than twice his assist number in that particular metric. And then anything else? Cole Palmer has the most shots on target per match for Chelsea, 1.5 per 90 minutes. Beto has the most shots on target per match for Everton, 1.4. Cole Palmer edges him in that particular metric by 0.5. But overall, numbers suggest that Chelsea will emerge the winner. Most likely will emerge the winner. Not certainly. You have to play like you want to win it to get a chance to win it. And more importantly, I will always tell people you cannot script football. It's really, really that simple. Yep. Let's see what else we have here. So, team form. In 5 matches, we lost 1, drew 2, won 2. In 5 matches, Everton lost 2, drew 2, won 1. And they've been averaging 1 goal per game. 1 point. That's it. One, probably not up to 1 if we really want to break it down, because in the 2 games they lost, they didn't score any goals. So they're barely scoring goals. So they're scoring a single goal per game. But for us, we're averaging, you could argue, 2 point something goals per game. Yeah, I think that'd be correct. If my math is not math, forgive me. But at least we're averaging more goals, at least 1 goal, 1.5 or so per game. And in 5 games, we scored 2 here, 1 here. That's 3, 2 here. That's 5, 3 here. That's 8. 8 in total. Okay, and for them in total they scored 1 here, 1 here, 2, 3 in total. So we scored 5 more than them. So, but here's the thing: do I think we're gonna beat them? I think we'll beat. If we beat them, it's gonna be by a slim margin. That's not to say with that's a chance we'll see. You could say a goals galore tomorrow during that game, because you just simply cannot script football. It's as simple as that. But that's why we keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. Sincerely, do appreciate you all finding the time to join the show this particular evening. More likes, more likes, more likes. So, Jimmy, nice to see you. Thank you for joining once again. Good evening to you, to Tobago. I do. Good evening, DJ. I do hope you're doing well.
Yeah,
I
good
appreciate you.
evening. Good
Uh,
evening.
Good evening. I appreciate you finding time to join us. What's the discussion? We're discussing the game against Everton tomorrow. Bobby
Yeah, big
isn't
up,
looking
DJ.
forward to it. Go ahead, Bobby. Oh, you're saying something. Oh, you're
I
saying
was
hello
just
to
greeting
DJ.
DJ.
Oh, okay, okay. Bobby's not looking forward to it. He's concerned about Everton uh, being the strongest side from a from physicality perspective. All right, Jackson will score according to Cadell Edwards. I'd like to see that. I just want us to win. And people go check out Jimmy's YouTube channel. Let me get the link to his YouTube channel. I think I'm gonna make him a moderator very soon. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. 16 likes, we can do a lot better than that. Okay, people. Jimmy currently has 93 subscribers. I know we have more than we have 15 people watching. I don't know if all of you are here. Let's go and help Jimmy get to at least 100 subscribers. We can do that for him. He's a Chelsea content creator, and we're selfless here. And in all honesty, selflessness is one of the main reasons why we're growing as quickly as we're growing, and we're getting closer and closer to 25K subscribers. Go and sub to Jimmy's YouTube channel. Let's help him get to 100 subscribers. 100 subs. Gosh, I'm hungry. All right, link. Been out all day. Drove for a while. Here's the link. I've shared the link to Jimmy's YouTube channel. Let's go and help him get to 100 subscribers. He currently has 93. Just 7 more subscribers. We can make it happen for him. He's a Chelsea content creator. Watch his videos. Drop a like on his videos. Drop comments on his videos. He is one of us. We can help him get there. And the more Chelsea content creators we have, the better for us. We'll be able to grow the Chelsea community too, which will be good for our club. So here's the link to Jimmy's YouTube channel. Go check it out. Be sure to subscribe. Let's help him get to 100 subscribers. We can make that happen today. I know we don't have a lot of people watching, but let's get the numbers up for him. So Tobago, go ahead. They've considered how many have we considered? We've considered how many goes? 1 here, 2 here, that's 3. Consider another 2 here, that's 5. And they've considered 2 here, considered 1 here, 3 here, consider 1 here, 4, 5. So it's looking more like it's gonna be a draw. But I'm just gonna go with the fact that we've scored more goals than them in our last 5 games. You know, but yeah. Tamir, what
Yeah,
do you make? What do you think?
I think the most important thing that we need to do, especially our attackers, they should stop overthinking. Just pass the net. Be clinical, and don't be selfish. If you see you can score there, just pass your teammates so that you can score. Because at the moment, Cole Palmer's not firing, Nicholas Jackson's fire is not firing. Neto is on and off. I know Neto, if he scored the last game, he might not score tomorrow because he's that kind of a player, but will create chances for us. Unfortunately, like you said, we lack a box area striker that can score those crosses. So I think these players now need to build a sort of a certain relationship that you need to find me there and there. For example, look at Costa and Fabregas at Chelsea. Fabregas always know how to find Costa because they were so good together. They were communicating. It seems like they planned everything. It's like they wrote a book or something. They planned anything. So with our takers at the moment is sort of a flip flop. We don't know what is happening, but hopefully tomorrow we can see Cole Palmer shining again. Nicolas Jackson scoring his first goal also after a while. Maybe Sancho also. We'll never know. But if you're not going to be clinical, I think we'll struggle to beat Everton. And we're going to create chances, but again, the big question, are we going to be clinical? That's the thing.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want that sort of game where we create 1,000 chances, then underperform our XG and not be able to put away chances. Because irrespective of how well you play, if you don't take your chances, the other team might well just get a single chance and beat you. It's really that simple. Yeah, but I'm hopeful. I think we're gonna beat them. I'd say the worst we can get from that game would be a draw. Do I think the game ends in a draw? I honestly don't know, but I think we'll beat them. Let's see. And DJ, thank you for subscribing to Jimmy's TV. He's a nice guy. Hopefully, he gets 100 subscribers today. I'd really appreciate that. Another person here is subscribed. Chelsea 11 subscribed to Jimmy's TV. Thank you, Chelsea 11. Sincerely do appreciate that. DJ, okay, I've heard Bali does not want him. Okay, they're having a conversation there. Nice one. Okay, thank you for that. Bobby, I don't know. You want to talk about team form? Not you usually not into discussing such. Probably tell us now the is as good as the next game. But if you want to add anything there, that's fine. Injuries for us, we have Gabriel Slonina. Even if he's fit, he'd be if he was fit, he'd be at this the club that loaned him from us. Malo Gusto hamstring injury early May, not bad as we thought. I think Maresca did say that during his press out. Wesley Fofana out for the rest of the season. Yeah, I don't want to talk about him. Mark Gui hamstring injury mid-May. I want to see that kid back. Or Omari Kellerman, yeah, out for the rest of the season. I don't want to start laughing. It's not anything of his doing. I think he was I don't know if it'd be correct to say he was a transactional signing. They did something for us, we had to do something for them. Clubs are finding creative ways uh to navigate a financial, you could argue, restrictions, or I'm not sure how else to phrase it. So this is their prediction with regards to how would line up against Everton tomorrow. And by the way, for Everton, this guy's absence, Tarkowski, I think it's huge. Did you watch their last game? They started struggling the moment he got injured. They were the better side until it was that Englishman that we were actually looking to sign him. Was that 2 seasons ago? Tevejo, what's that English defender that came on for Tarkowski when he got injured?
Keane,
Is it Michael Keane, right? Was it Michael
yes,
Keane?
he's so awful.
Yeah, the moment he came on, the moment Tarkowski got injured, that was it. Everton, you said they weren't the same from that moment on. Yeah, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, he's done well against us, hasn't he? Jasper, but the two players I know, Tarkowski and Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Um, and one more thing to bear in mind is that um, Moyes is a very smart manager. I think he's underrated. He's very tactically, again, tactically, he's excellent. It doesn't have to be pretty. He can actually, his teams actually do play good football, but when he needs to change things around to get the results, he does that. Yeah, but let's see what happens. Uh, okay. Oh, thank you, Rich Money Makers. Hopefully we can get to 100 subscribers today. I know a lot of you, all of you are already subscribed to Tebeho's YouTube channel. 96, four more to get Jimmy Case to 100 subscribers. I think we can make it happen. No worries. That's what we do for each other, brother. Much enough respect to you too. Heights, as Jamaicans would say. So for goals, Cole Palmer has 14 goals, and Njaye, I think it's pronounced Njaye, has 7 goals. Cole Palmer has 15. Average is 15.8. Okay. Oh, okay. His overall XG is 15.85, and Njaye's is 5.18. Assists, Kopama has 8, Njaye has none. Games played, Njaye played 28, and Kopama played 32. So let's check head to head. And where are they in the table? Actually, I haven't checked. But more likes, people. Keep dropping the likes on the stream. The likes do go a long way. Let's see quickly.
18.
I want to go ahead.
They are 13th at the moment.
The 13th. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Look at the games here. Um, 0-0 here. We beat them 6-0 at home. April 2024. But in December 2023, they beat us 2-0. 2-2 draw. In 23, 1-0. We beat them 1-0 at home. Away. We beat them 1-0 away. They beat us 1-0 at home. 1-1 draw at the Breach. 2-0 at the Breach. So their wins against us, they've been only able to beat us kind of on their turf in recent years. Again, it's been a while like that. But just by the way, keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. So we're gonna go straight to the lineup of prediction exercise. To be, do you want to should we do it one by one? You do yours, I do mine, Bobby would do his. What do you
Yeah,
want? Or should we start with Bobby?
yeah. Let's start with Bobby.
Okay. Yep. The senior panelist here. Bobby,
Um,
big up to you. Let's pick
yep.
your lineup. Remember, we're trying to pick Maresca's predict his lineup selection. We're not trying.
Mm.
It's not preferred. It's not preferred lineup.
Yeah, obviously. He likes Sanchez. He'll go with Sanchez in goal. Centre backs, he will. I think the centre backs, he has to be wise, and I hope he is. I think he should go Hossein Chalaba, but I know
You think
he'll
it's going to
fit.
be Tosin and Chalaba?
No, he's going to fit Colwell in somewhere. So it should be
Yeah, it
Tosin and
still works
Chalaba.
that way too. But go ahead. It's your lineup.
So okay, I will say Tosin Chalaba. Maybe he can get away with it with the semi-final coming up during the week
Okay. Do you
and
want them in the central area?
centre backs.
Do you
Yeah,
want them as CBs?
yeah,
Okay,
that's
just let me get the ink. You want them as CBs. So who's on the left? Who'd be on the left? Who'd be on the right?
I think Chalaba will go left. Tosin on the right.
Okay, you think Tosin will be
Um,
here?
yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Left back, of course, Cucurella. Right back, Reece James. Um, Midfield pivot. We have to do Enzo and Caicedo. I don't think we even have a choice. Predictably vertically challenged, and Everton will try and exploit that. The
Okay.
floating 8/10 will be Palmer. On the right, we'll have Noni, perhaps. Noni, and on the left, um, that's an interesting. Oh, Neto. Or we can switch them, but on the right, Noni, left, Neto, and down the middle, Jackson.
So you said left here, Neto.
Yeah,
All right, Jackson here.
Jackson striker.
Right hand side.
No, in the middle. On the right hand side is Madveke.
Okay, you think Madrid starts? Okay. All right, Tabejo. I'm missing an A here. Gosh, I can't spell. Madueke. All right, there you go. All right, Tabejo, you've seen his lineup. I'm not gonna show how I'm differ. It's your lineup. You picked it. I'm gonna pick mine. When once Tabejo is done, I think mine will differ. Probably we might not see Rich James. If we're gonna see him, I'm not sure, but let's see. I know how the back line will be. Colwell, he will figure out a way to accommodate him still. Tabejo, let's hear you. You're 11. Let's switch to circle squares here. Let me get the ink.
Yeah, the
Okay,
lineup that I think
I'm guessing better check between the sticks, right?
uh, actually we can put N'Golo Kante there. Raul Sanchez.
Okay, Sanchez between the sticks. Definitely, we know
Yeah,
that. I think he's currently better than Jorgensen, honestly. But go ahead. Even though I think Jorgensen, I think it's a confidence thing. And it's still a kid, but go
yeah.
ahead.
Right back, Chris James. Left back, Marco Correa.
So James here,
Yes.
Kukurea here. All right. What else?
Levi and Charabo.
Cowell and who?
And Charabo. Trevor.
And Trevor Chalobah. I think
Yeah.
that's the man. Yeah, go ahead. Anything else?
The midfielder just set up themselves. Enzo and Moses Caicedo. Unfortunately, we don't have anyone else.
You don't think what's his name?
Lavia.
You don't think Lavia is ready to start?
No, no, I don't think we should risk that now.
He's been back for a while.
Yes, I agree with you, but again, I would rather play Enzo and Moses Caicedo just for the assurity because Lavia, sorry, we don't know whether he's going to give us 45 minutes, 20 minutes. So let's just give him maybe 20 minutes in the second half. Maybe when we are winning, just give him time to gain a momentum again. Don't start him.
Hmm. Okay, so go ahead.
Caicedo,
Hmm.
Cole Palmer, number 10. Ice Cold.
Ice cold Palmer. Okay.
Pedro Neto on the right.
Yeah, I think he started consistently on the right, but okay. Neto on the
Yes.
left.
On the left, actually on the left, it's so tricky. I will start, man, Terry George.
Okay, you think he's gonna be Judge? Okay, we have Judge in the database. 9. You would start, or do you think Maresca would start him?
Terry George.
Okay,
You
I'll
mean
have
Terry?
you. Yeah, you think
You
Maresca
talk
is gonna
about.
start?
I think he might reward him after that goal.
All right.
Yes, because as much as Sancho is good with low blocks, sometimes he can come in the second half, maybe 30 minutes, 25 minutes, maybe when Everton is tired. Uh, yeah, I would rather start Terry George because it's more direct. And I think we
If you
need
say
direct
you'd
players.
rather, which means you're giving us your preferred lineup, you're not giving us what you believe the manager would do.
No, in terms of George, personally, I think Enzo Maresca might reward the kid after that goal. But the other players, I think they will start. I think so. With George, I'm not sure. It's either him or Sancho. But after George scored, I think he might reward the player. I'm not sure. I'm just guessing there.
All right, I'm gonna say you said okay. Number 9, Drogba, right?
Uh, himself, Mr. Nicholas Jackson.
Yeah, I think he's gonna start up there. Okay, now my turn now, and I'm gonna explain why I think my back line definitely different. 2-6 is definitely different. Here, I think probably different for me. Up here, this 4 players here. One will have to make way. So let's just go. Let me just go build mine. So, and I think I'm gonna leave it on the screen here
Yeah.
until
No, 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 coach. You're not
yeah.
allowed to build your lineup. Only what you think Inter Maresca might do, not your lineup.
And I'm not mine. I'm saying, yeah, but when I say build my own, I'm building my own predicted lineup. I didn't even.
Yeah, yeah.
You're
It's no
fighting me,
cheating
right?
here. No cheating. Don't cheat.
No, no cheating. You know that. Big up CFC, Stephen. It's been a minute. I hope you're doing well. Hopefully, your absence simply means that you've been busy. If that's the case, we're happy for you. Bills don't pay themselves. Nice to see you once again. Namaya Fawale is back again. Start Judge tomorrow. Bench Nicholas Jackson. I don't think it happens.
No,
Okay,
no, no.
let's see. Go ahead.
No, I don't think Nicholas. As much as I want Jackson to start on the bench, I don't think that will happen.
All right. Okay, let's do mine. I'm gonna do mine here. Between the sticks, you know who? Sanchez. That's not gonna change for a while. Jorgensen hasn't helped himself. I'm gonna say Chalobah here, and I will explain why we're gonna see Chalobah here. Chalobah here. Then Tosin will come in. Would have a lot more height because Everton aerially they're good. Then here, Levi Colwell. Then here, of course, we don't need Einstein to help us, knowing that Kukurea is the guy that comes in here. What? I can't spell. Kukurea. Yeah. Okay, Kukurea there. Then here, we're going to have James here. I think he's going to play James in the
No,
midfield.
man.
Then we're going to have Caicedo comes in. Oh, Caicedo misses it out. He will not be here. So it would be James here, James and Enzo. Right? We can flip them, but I think this guy is going to be responsible. He's going to be disciplined. He's going to be charged with the responsibility of. And I actually forgot that Caicedo is suspended when you guys were picking the lineup. I didn't just intentionally
No,
shut up.
he's not. He's
I
not
just remembered
suspended,
now.
coach.
Is he not suspended?
No, 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 no.
He's not. The rules. Okay, I think I saw Uncle Jester explain that. I think it's fine,
No,
right?
no, yeah, the rules change after certain games. He needed to play some other games to avoid the yellow card, and he did. So
Okay.
he won't be
Okay. So let's go
suspended
back.
anymore.
So even at that, I think Caicedo will be here. Let me erase my ink. Caicedo will be here, and I'll explain everything. Caicedo, James, with James being charged with the
Uh,
responsibility of protecting the back
coach,
line.
coach,
Yeah.
coach,
Enzo. Yeah.
please,
Go
please
ahead.
don't be like Xavi Alonso playing haram football when you need
It's
to
not.
win the
No.
final.
It's not haram football. This is what I believe we're gonna see. Remember, if I'm picking my starting my preferred starting 11, it'd be different. But I'll explain why this is the case. The application is what brings the changes here. So here we're gonna have Cole Palmer here, or maybe we'd see 2 10s. Probably two of them will operate as 2 10s. Here, I think we'll see definitely Neto. Neto can be on the left hand side.
Jesus Christ.
Watch out! Watch what? Don't cry, right? Don't cry yet, Jackson. Okay, here's what we're gonna see. We will see a back three. You know this guy's role. This guy, left center back. That will be the application. Definitely. You know that, right? This guy, right center
Y-
back.
Yeah, yeah. And
You
Coquerella,
know,
where will
right?
Coquerella be?
Hold on. Kukurea, just watch out. With this guy is charged with the responsibility of protecting here. I think okay, Kukurea will be somewhere here. We
Mm,
still Kukurea here. Yeah.
mm.
Yeah.
No
He
way.
operates.
No way.
Hold on.
No.
Hold on. I'm coming. Hold on. I'm coming. Let me explain. It's 3-2-4-1 in some cases, right? And chances are this guy will still be on the right hand side. Just the application is what makes the difference. We could see this guy. This guy probably on the right hand side. Then we see two tens with Kopama and this and Enzo being central, and this guy still being on the right hand side. We could see something like this tomorrow. So forget about how it looked when it was 4-2-3-1, but the application is what you pay attention to. We could see these with this guy with a little more freedom and this one being central here and protecting the defensive line. We could see that tomorrow, but I think if anybody's going to invert, it's going to be this guy popping up in places, helping us gain numerical advantage over the opposition. We could see this, but the exception may well be Tosin not starting. We could see Badiashile tomorrow, but I'm just going to stick with this. So if Maresca uses, if it's a one trick pony, like a lot of people are saying, it'd be very easy to predict his lineup and the approach he'd use. But let's hear you, Jimmy Case. Thank you for saying that. Yeah, I totally forgot about it. Let's hear you, Tubeho.
Yeah, I like the application, but again, you know my biggest issue, right? When we played Torsen and Trevor against Ipswich Town, they were horrible in terms of defending those crosses. So I don't want
What
them.
was the structure?
Say again.
What was the structure used on the day? That's one thing you have to check too.
Trevor Chalobah was playing as a right back that game, and
Yeah,
they
but
did the same structure.
yeah, but look at my application here. It's a back three. He's operating as a right center back, not necessarily
Yes,
not as a right back.
yes. He's playing as a right back, but operating as a left center back. Just like you're putting now against Ipswich Town. If you take the structure against Ipswich Town, was the same thing.
And yeah, okay. I you know, uh, James is not the quickest, but he brings physicality. You know, right? He's not the biggest too.
Yeah, I hear you, but again, six defenders. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Is this the first time he's done that? It's
He
not.
actually he did in the conference league, but I didn't like that because we were so too defensive, and then we were just passing the ball around, not penetrating the opponent. So man, we need 3 points. I don't want us to play this way when
No,
we
no.
need three
Even
points.
here's the advantage to probably the way I see it. Usually, I don't like it, but I see the advantage to it. I think this brings more balance. It depends again, and if we usually when we do this guy plays with more freedom. You know, right?
Yes, correct.
Yeah, Casado plays with more freedom, and you see Enzo Fernandez more in the opposition box. So my point is, this brings more balance. I get it. We have,
Okay,
yeah. You could argue, yeah, five defenders on the pitch, but you know how this guy operates. You know how he operates. He's basically
yes,
more like a winger than a defender.
but
So
but
I
you
don't
know,
like. I'm going to say this again. I don't like it, but I think that's what we're going to see tomorrow. If there's going to be any difference, I'm not sure where that difference is going to come from. Maybe
you,
Tosin
you
is
you
not
know
going to start.
You know what we need, coach, in the future, right? In that Marco Corella position, right? I think we need a sort of a taking left back. For example, you know the bottom of left back. I think it's Kakes, right? He's more taking. We need a winger, a left back that can cross the ball in the penalty area because Marco Corella sometimes likes to pass back most of the time, and this is my biggest issue when he's playing there. But
Yeah.
again, he's a fantastic player. But
He's a,
when you play like
here's
this,
the thing. Here's the thing. One thing I like against Michael Correa, and I've said that a billion times, his ability to find passing lanes where you don't know one exists. But I think his
yes,
weak point is not a good dribbler, which means in some cases he opts to pass his back and no risk actually trying to progress the ball because there's no space, especially if we're playing against teams that defend him. But go ahead with what you were saying. I apologize for cutting it.
yeah, like I said, I think when we play like this, that Marco Corella role, I think we need a left back that is more attacking minded. Like, let's say Ben Chilwell, Robertson, those kind of left backs when they can cross the ball in the penalty area. Because Marco Corella, out of 10, 7 backwards, 3 inside. That's my issue with Coquerella playing there. But I understand the structure.
Yeah, Vic, you just came back and start fight. If you haven't subscribed to Jimmy Cases TV, please go and do that. We're trying to help him get to 100 subscribers. So let's look at your own lineup. This is yours, right? Let me erase what I have here.
Yes.
Uh yeah. I don't see this guy started. Just remember I told you that.
Yeah,
I don't think he
I think
start.
I think Sancho will start, but again, it's 50-50 between him and Sancho because
50
as much as I
between George and Sancho?
yes,
Wow.
personally I don't personally again I don't want us to play Neto and Noni both of them again. I don't think they give us enough balance, in my own opinion. We need balance in attacking areas. So, as much as I like Neto or Noni Madueke, I think we need to play George or Sancho on the other side, the same as Noni Madueke with Neto the other side.
Yeah. And I think in Bobby's case, I think one of the defenders he selected will not start. I think Chalobah starts. I think he's been, you said the best. He's been again better than our defend all of our defenders in recent games. It's not been again. It remains to be seen whether he finishes the season consistently in that the sort of performance he showed in our last 2 games. Um, I don't know a world where Cowell doesn't start. Well, Bobby thinks he will
Yeah,
not.
Liverpool will
But
start no matter what.
yeah, but Bobby did say, to his credit, did say he believes he will find a way to fit in Levi Cowell. So,
Yeah, personally, I think Levi Colwell is more suited as playing centrally, in my opinion.
I think the application probably is going to be in the left center back position. That's how I see it, honestly. But I don't know. That game, I'm gonna say what I already said. I think we'll beat them by a slim margin. The worst we'll get from that game will be a draw, which will be bad result for us. But I strongly believe we beat them. They're dropping the you say the new manager bounce is I think it's gone. It lasted for a while, but I think it's gone now. And in the absence of Tarkowski, they do struggle a lot. Um, do I think we'll be able to deal with their physicality? That's the reason I said probably we'll see Reece James as in the center area here. He's not the quickest, but he's able to deal with the physical aspect of
Or
the game very, very well.
what we can do, but again, you remember the lineup we played against Aston Villa and Tottenham when we played Moses Caicedo as a right back, and we had Lavi and Moses Caicedo in the midfielder.
Hmm.
Would you prefer that?
Can you say that again?
Would you prefer Lavi and Moses Caicedo in the midfielder, where Moses Caicedo was playing as a right back, but he was inverted in the midfielder, just like
Yeah,
the Aston Villa game?
we've seen, and he actually, I think he walked, but I think there was another game where it looked as if it was a huge
Tottenham
risk.
Hotspurs.
Yeah, I think
Tottenham Hotspurs.
yeah, that was when maybe it showed it was a huge risk. I'd say don't do it. I said just start. You can say it's the same thing still. It's the application. It starts as a back for him being in the right back position, but once the game starts, he inverts and to the center area. But as long as we have this guy, I think it's not going to be the same thing. I think this guy has proven he's the only one that should be doing that. Him and Malo Gusto. Gusto has an added ghost to his game, so people will still be complaining. But I've told people he does the basics that the manager wants, which is popping up in areas, completing the triangles, and helping us gain a numerical advantage over the opposition. And the manager values that, whether he's getting goals or not. But Gusto isn't available, so this guy will be the only one I'd say we'll see invert tomorrow. I'm not sure, but I'd like to see that too. Against Everton, maybe it's going to be a huge risk because I'm going to say this again. Moyes is underrated. Tactically, he's excellent, and he's not. He doesn't shy away from doing things differently or being pragmatic to get the result. But we'll see. Bobby, anything else you want to say before we call it a day? And if you are in the comment section, Vic, if you have any updates for us, let us know. We'd really like to hear that. And Pete, if you're watching, if you haven't, please go check out Jimmy Case TV. The link to his YouTube channel is pinned at the very top of the chat section. Let's help him get to 100 subscribers as soon as possible. Okay, Bobby is gone. To anything else you want to say before we call it a day, bro?
No, no. Tomorrow, I think I'm going to do a watch along, but again, only if my network doesn't mess up. I'm struggling with network recently,
Mm-hmm.
so hopefully,
You're using
hopefully not.
Walmart internet connection.
No, no, no. Actually, we experience a lot of power outreach, a lot of areas, so the Wi-Fi towers are affected. So that's the thing.
Oh, okay, so you're denying you don't use Walmart level internet connection. Okay.
No, no, I'm not like Dante. I'll speak about him when he's not here.
All right, Bobby. Anything else you want to say before we call it a day? I think it's been a good show so far, except for Vic. We know we don't like him, so he's gonna find a way to get back at us.
Yeah, gosh, he's been on fire these past few streams.
Vic, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, yeah, I mean, none of us are under any illusions. Um, these games are all massive games, each and every single one of them. And tomorrow we'll find out if these boys can stand up and be counted.
Mm-hmm. Yep, yep. Show a bit of consistency. And with that, we've come to the natural end of the show. We'll see you guys tomorrow when we start the pre-game show where we dissect and analyze the manager's selection and debate whether we'd be better off with certain players starting in certain positions. Once again, this is the Blue Alliance Show, or aka the Chelsea Alliance Show, aka the Blue Alliance Show. At the next edition, will be I think Tabejo hosts the coming Friday. Follow tight. We'll have 3 in the circle right now. We'll add more people, but anybody that wants to be part of the circle would have to join and be part of 3 shows before they get to host again. With that, I want to say thank you to Bobby, our senior panelist here, and Tabejo, and also Vic, my bro. Much love to you. Also, Jimmy Case TV, I appreciate you. Namaya Fawale, thank you for joining us. Who else was here? CFC, Steven, nice to see you once again. I do hope you're doing well. And DJ Sooth. And then Richie Money Makers. And if I missed your name, apologies. I'm only human. See you guys next time. God bless us all and cheers.
It's a blue morning show where the vibes are flowing, so fresh, so low. Everything's about Chelsea, feel like pride. We repping our team, standing side by side. Win or lose, we carry that blue. Cause Chelsea, see Chelsea, it's all true. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud, 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 no. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud as the crowd. In the stands we jump and sway, feel the beat. Got that rhythm in our hearts, can't take defeat. Every match we rise, watch the game unfold. Blue blood running deep, our story told. With every win we celebrate our crew. Chanting songs for Chelsea all day, it's true. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud, 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 no one. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud as the crowd. So the banners fly high under the sun. Every player on that field, together we run. With each kick we feel the passion ignite. For Chelsea our hearts shine forever bright. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud, 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 no. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud as the crowd. It's a blue morning show where the vibes are flowing, so fresh, so low. Everything's about Chelsea, feel like pride. We repping our team, standing side by side. Win or lose, we carry that blue. Cause Chelsea, see Chelsea, it's all true. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud, 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 no. All them a cheer, them a cheer. Cheer, 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 loud as the crowd.